My name is Salieu Sankoh, originally a research fellow and lecturer at the Institute of Marine Biology and Oceanography, Rabi College, University of Sierra Leone. When I returned from the UK after my PhD, 2009, this opportunity of managing or coordinating the West Africa Regional Fisheries Program came up. So I applied for it and got selected for the position. Since 2010 to date, I've been managing the West Africa Regional Fisheries Program in the Ministry of Fisheries and Marine Resources. At the same time, I've been actively participating in teaching and research at the university. I have two projects ongoing under the university. One is on plastic waste recycling to prevent or reduce the input of plastic waste into the marine environment. And the other one is providing alternative livelihoods for women harvesting oysters and marketing them in the Shallow River estuary, which is a marine protected area under the West Africa Regional Fisheries Program. The West Africa Regional Fisheries Program is about sustaining the fisheries resources of Sierra Leone. Dependence on fishes as a food source is about 80%. And so fish is the most important animal protein food source in the country. Therefore, sustaining the supply of fish in the markets is a key thing for government and for the people of Sierra Leone. Of course, you know that food security is a national security issue. If you have hungry people are angry people, and when they are angry, they can do funny things. I cannot relate the 10 or 11 years civil war we had in the country to food security, but largely you would see that when, even during the war, a lot of people moved from the interior of the country. They came to settle down in the coastal areas and became fishermen. This is how we have so many fishermen now, because that was the only thing that you can go in the morning, get fish. By the evening when you return, you have something on your plate to eat, you have money in your pocket to play around with. So fisheries became the more or less bread basket of the whole country. And even now, it's one of the revenue generating sector in the country. So the fisheries is actually a national security issue.
Okay, my question is, given that your project involves, on the one hand, individual countries, and on the other, the sub-region A, do you experience any conflicts between the interests of the individual nations and the broader interests of the sub-region? And if so, how do you navigate this likely conflict?
I would not basically call it a conflict in terms of project implementation and trying to achieve the overall goal of the sub-region. As you may know or are aware, the oceans do not have physical boundaries. So fish species in Sierra Leonean waters can navigate into other countries in the neighboring territorial waters of neighboring countries. So if you are managing your own resource using the national approach without engaging, collaborating with others in the neighborhood, your effort would not be very productive in terms of overall goal of sustainable fisheries. But if you are collaborating with the others, with the neighbors, you are applying same principles of management, then your collective effort will produce more results. And this is where I think the regional approach in fisheries management is very correct and very useful in terms of meeting the challenges of modern day fisheries management. As to whether there are problems in terms of the collaboration or effort, national as against regional, communicating with the different countries, or the different coordinators in the different countries, is sometimes a challenge. But of course, we have a regional office which employs people that are bilingual or even trilingual, so that whatever documentation is shared amongst the participating countries is translated into the various languages. Valentina, I'm aware that the IOM is working towards repatriating mostly Africans or immigrants in the Western world to get them to go back to their countries, resettle them, and help them live a useful life in their own countries. And this is very important, especially in light of the current migration crisis in the world. Are there things that the IOM can do in terms of supporting fisheries and other sectors in third world countries to help the citizens of this country to be self-employed or productive and not wanting to go through all the rigors of crossing the Mediterranean at the risk of losing their lives?